Okay, so welcome, Raiders. You're all in time for the best segment of the whole day. It's time for Bird of the Day. Yay! You're all in time for Bird of the Day. So, all you Raiders, I know it's tough for you, right? Oh, thanks for the follow, Fluffy Fox. We love you, Fluffy Fox. Thank you, so Fluffy, so Fox. Okay, so in case any of you wonder, I am a crow VTuber, and I like to do educational bird segments in every one of my streams. And today's my special birthday stream. Birthday, I'm the birthday bird. And because it is a special stream, we are doing a corvid. Yes, we're doing a corvid today, folks. Our bird of the day is a corvid. But what bird could it be? What's a special bird? Well, I was looking at the corvids I've done. I've done like 4 kinds of ravens, like 5 times the crows, done a bunch of jays. I've done rooks. I've done pretty much every type of corvid there is, except one. And honestly, I should have saved this guy for Christmas time because his name is very Christmassy. I've done jackdaws. No, this type of corvid is a little fella we like to call the Nutcracker, specifically Clark's Nutcracker. Look at that little Nutcracker. Look at him, little feathery little bird. Look, he's a cute little guy. This is a picture of Clark's Nutcracker sitting in his favorite spot, a pine tree. Yeah, these guys love pine trees. Why don't you tell you a little bit more about Clark's Nutcracker? Well, in terms of birds, so they're a pretty decent-sized bird for a passerine. A little smaller than a crow. They're smaller than a crow, but 10.5 to 11.8 inches. So that's pretty decent size. So it's going to be about the size of a blue jay. Maybe a little bit bigger than a blue jay. Slightly bigger than a blue jay. Got a nice big wingspan, 24 inches. And they weigh about 3.7 to 5.7 ounce. So, pretty light. Their lifespan is pretty typical of a bird their size. They're going to live 8 to 12 years. The oldest banded one that ever lived was 17 years old. So up to 17-year lifespan. But most of them are going to be, averaging those 8 to 12 years. So as I said, yep, they're a passerine, because they're a corvid, and all corvids are passerines. And I guess Nucifraga? Is that Nutcrackers? I don't know. Columbiana? He ain't from Colombia. I don't know where they get these names from, but it's what it is. But as you can see here, I was looking at this bird. It's like, how do I describe where this bird lives? And it seems like the Rocky Mountains seems to be a pretty good way to describe where these guys live. They like the mountainous areas, it seems. But, okay. They also supposedly live through a lot of Nevada? Nevada? You see these guys in Vegas? I don't know. Well, I suppose, yeah, Vegas is in that southern tips. Yeah. Well, I would avoid Vegas, too. You can't afford to live there. Yeah, purple blob, that's where they go. Non-migratory, so that's pretty much your year-round thing is where they live. Now, these little guys, maybe you don't see them too often because they're very rural birds. They don't like city life. They have not adapted to the suburbs and the cities quite as well as their cousins, the jays and the crows. So they like forested areas, and they're going to build a twiggy nest. I mean, look at that nest. That is so twiggy. That is a very twiggy nest. And trust me, I know my twigs. I know my twigs. That's a very twiggy nest. It's a beautiful nest. Look at the 4 little babies in there. So cute. And, yeah, these guys are monogamous and mate for life. Yay! We love a mate for life bird. We love ones that form long, passing bonds. But here's the interesting thing. They do the courtship displays to find a mate. And these displays will be a combination of song, fluffing out feathers, doing a little dancing, just lots of little things that they do to try and find a mate. And once they mate, they keep doing it. Oh, thanks for the follow, Repto General. Yeah, these guys will just keep on doing their mating display for pretty much the rest of their lives. They're basically like, hey, babe, I like you. We're raising babies together, but I still like you. I'm going to keep doing the things that made you like me back, when we were little teenagers. I mean, like 1-year-olds. Yeah, so they do the mating display and courtship behavior pretty much year-round and for the life of their relationship, which I think is super neat. That's pretty cool. Not many birds do anything like that. They also are very early breeders in the season. They're going to build their nests in January and February. A lot of birds in this area, especially passerine birds, they're going to be waiting till March and April to do it. So real early, real early. They do 2 to 6 eggs a clutch once a year. And while those eggs are in the nest, both parents are going to take turns incubating the eggs. Now, they to help incubate the eggs, they get like some belly feathers that grow thicker and kind of fluffier that help keep the eggs warmer. And a lot of species, the females will grow these, but the male won't. But in this species, they both grow it. They both grow those brood patches of feathers to help keep those little eggies nice and warm. And then once the eggs are hatched, both parents will take turns feeding the little babies. They're of the I'm a totally helpless little baby kind of chicks, not the I'm pretty much self-sufficient out of the egg type thing. So both parents can help raise them. It's usually about 22 to 25 days when they fledge and leave the nest, but they usually stick around. They like to stick around. You want to see a video one? I got a video one. I'm gonna play this video for you. That's weird. The sound alert didn't play. Look at him. He got peanuts. You got the peanuts. This is the video player's not. Video players. There we go. Video player's like too big. Turn that down. There we go. Yeah, I could just left it fine. It's fine. Look at him. He's getting the peanuts. He's a nutcracker. He's a nutcracker. He's cracking nuts. That's what he does. Even though, yes, I'm aware the peanuts are not technically nuts. Stupid legumes. The hell even is a legume. Look at him. He's a cute little guy. Love that big, strong beak. Yeah, okay, bye. All right. Delicious. They are delicious. So you're saying, like, Clark's Nutcracker. And you're like, oh, so there's a guy named Clark? Yep. William Clark. These guys were discovered by Europeans on the Lewis and Clark expedition. And Clark was the first one to see it. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously he didn't discover this bird. Obviously the native people were very, very well aware of this bird for a long time. But the first one to name it and categorize it in the English ornithological blah, 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 blah was William Clark. So he gets to have it named after him. Lucky you. Lucky you. But yeah, oh, very good picture of the wing spread. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, these little guys, they're called nutcrackers because they love nuts. Mostly vegetarian. They do occasionally eat bugs. They're not, you know, and sometimes, you know, other food scraps they find. They're opportunistic. But boy, these guys love pine nuts. Pine nuts are their favorite things. They eat them all year, all day. So many pine nuts. And they got a little pouch right under in their mouths, under their beak. And they can store up to 150. That's too many. There's too many nuts to be stuffed inside a hole in your mouth. How small are these things? I mean, good God. That's a lot of nuts. It's a lot of nuts. It's too much mouth. Too much mouth. I couldn't do that. But then they go and they hide their nuts all around. You know, they like bury them, put them underneath things. And they say that the Nutcracker might store up to 98,000 nuts in a single year. It's like this guy's just doing nothing but getting nuts and hiding them all day long. And they have really good memory. They remember where most of the nuts that they've buried or hidden are. Most of them. Snacks all the time. That's where you get those snacks. But you're putting that many away, you're going to forget where a few of them are. But that's a good thing. Them forgetting a bunch of them is actually essential for the proliferation of the trees. That's kind of the trees have kind of evolved alongside the Nutcracker, so that the trees kind of rely on the birds to get their seeds planted. That's what they do. It's just like, this bird plants our seeds. And they've actually found all the places where white bark pine is, there are also Clark's Nutcrackers. There are no places that have the pine, but not the Nutcracker. And they think that this tree is kind of dependent on these guys in order to make new trees. That's kind of neat, kind of interesting. A little symbiotic relationship there. Bird gets food, tree gets babies, baby trees. Now, of course, as a corvid, these guys, they do like their friends. They do like their family. So even though the mating pair is going to have kind of a tree to themselves, they're going to have a flock that's going to be in nearby close trees. Maybe the same tree on if it's a real big tree, but so they have like communities going to raise them together, and they live in big flocks. And sometimes a bird's going to leave the flock to go find life somewhere else. But yeah, they tend to stick a little bit close to where they were. So yeah, good little birds. Good little birds. These guys, they're corvids. They're super smart, excellent memories, do a lot of things with hiding food and knowing when and where to hide food. They're pretty smart. They haven't been seen doing the tool usage or vocalizations of crows, but I'd say they're probably pretty close to jays in terms of their kind of intelligence, which is smart. I mean, they're smart bird. They're corvids. They're corvids. All corvids are smart. I mean, they're just not the smartest corvids, but they're great. They're great. They do pretty good on their own. They don't have a lot of predators, but the predators they do have are going to be, well, birds of prey, owls, eagles, falcons, hawks, stuff like that. They like to make smaller birds a snack. It's not scary, but hey, it's you can eat within your own class. It's fine. I mean, humans are eating cows and pigs, and these guys are any more related to an owl than a cow or a pig is to a human. So it's fine. I don't like it. Watch out, little guys. But these also feel like kind of ones. If there's a hawk nearby, the whole squad's going to be like, charge, chase him away. So football teams are the biggest threats. Yes, we'll go with that. It's very hard out there for a nutbird. But luckily, their populations are doing just fine. Their populations have either grown or remained stable in most of the areas they are, which makes on the endangered species list, they are a species of least concern. We love that. We love that. Don't want any threats to these little fellas. So, my thoughts. Well, gee, I don't know. S-tier bird. It's a corvid, of course. I'm just like, but where does it rank among corvids? It's a tricky one. They're a lot cuter than most. I mean, these are some of the cutest corvids. I definitely got to give them high points on the cute list for corvids. Not many other corvids are this cute. I mean, yeah, well, there's some tree pies. Oh, tree pies are super cute. These guys, very cute, very cute. I say, not as cool looking as a crow, but cuter than a crow. I'll give them that. I definitely give them that. And I do love that that they do the mating display for their mate, like every day for all of the year and all of their lives. That's amazing. So yeah, I would say these rank pretty high on the corvid ranking, which is very high on the highest tier of birds. So I love it. So well, guess I don't have too much more to say about that. Real nice, quick bird of the day. The Clark's Nutcracker. Great bird, excellent bird, love the bird. But I love to stick around, but I got a birthday party to go get to. Specifically, mine.